This is question 1, GCSE Biology, that relates to the new specification for first examination in 2018. It's a straightforward question that asks you to suggest and asks you to use your skills in order to gain the 10 marks. It starts off by saying the blackthorn tree has fruits called sloes. Figure 1 shows some sloes growing on a blackthorn tree. And there we can see in the photograph there's some fruit there. Some students investigated variation in the size of sloes growing on two trees, A and B, as shown in figure 2. And just taking a minute to look at that, we can see that B is closer to the road and A is further away from the road. The next part says the students collected 5 sloes from tree A and 5 from tree B. The students recorded the mass of each sloe in grams. Table 1 shows the results. And we can see there they've calculated the mean for tree A and tree B. We're left to do that because there's a shaded box. But anyway, the first question says, what is the range in mass for the sloes from tree A? Well, the smallest number is 3.5 and the largest is 6.2. So that's what we can write in there. The next part asks, what is the mean mass of the sloes from tree B? So we needed to add those numbers together and divide by the number of values, which is 5. Now, they didn't want you to remove the anomaly, the 1.1 value in this. And I think that's because in biology, often the anomaly is important. Think of an investigation where we're investigating the side effects from drugs. 1 person in 1,000 experiencing a side effect is important. We wouldn't disregard it in biology. However, if you did disregard the anomaly and you got a mean of 1.35, you were given 1 mark for that. Next question says, give 2 ways that the students could improve their investigation. Well, it only takes a bit of common sense to see that if you've only weighed 5 sloes from each tree, it's not a great deal. And so the most obvious answer is to weigh more sloes, to use a bigger sample size. And for the second mark, what we needed to say was to use a digital scale that measured to more decimal places. So for example, 1.1 could have been 1.19, which is close to 1.2. And so by using a more precise instrument, i.e. a digital balance that weighs to more than 1 decimal place, we would improve the investigation. Part B says that the sloes on tree A were larger than the sloes on tree B. The students suggested that this was because tree A received more light. Give 3 other factors that might have caused the sloes on tree A to be bigger. And there were lots of things that could have been said. More warmth at A, more water, more minerals. But by far the most important word that you can be using there is the word more. If you simply listed the factors, warmth, water, minerals, you wouldn't get the mark. It's not sufficient. Of course, you also could have said that at A there was the correct pH, or fewer herbivores, or less pollution, or that the changes might have just been due to genetic variation. For the next part of the question, most students got the first mark, but very few got the second. It asks how more light could have made the sloes on tree A larger than the sloes on tree B. So that's where we need to make the link that there's more light, so there's more photosynthesis. And with more photosynthesis, we get more glucose, and more glucose is used for the fruit formation or for growth. And that is why you need to remember to look at the stem of the question to make sure you're on track and you're going to get that second mark. Hope the video has been of use to you. Thank you for watching. Please do leave a comment.